from what y'all see in this picture, just don't think nothing bad of it. But yeah, this is what if Izuku had 2 MILFs. Yeah, what if Izuku had 2 MILFs? If you don't know what a MILF is, then you don't know what a MILF is. Simple. Yeah. Yeah. So basically how this gonna work is, do you see the one in the middle? Yeah, her. Her name is gonna be, Mrs. And I'll explain the story how he got the milk. But without further ado, let's do it. But wait, the first one. Well, before this, let me actually fucking explain myself. The one in the middle, blonde hair, is let's say her name is, I don't know. I don't want to give her no basic like no Emily shit like that. Well, that's the one in the middle is Ezra. And one on the right is Elizabeth. Yeah, cause she just looked like Elizabeth. So yeah. 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 So, Izuku's the nigga on the left, John. He got a copy quirk. So yeah. Well, no. Let's say he has a speed quirk. Nah, I'm always on that. Yeah, let's say he has a copy quirk. I don't think I never did one where he had a copy quirk. So yeah. So, as Izuku, wait first. Alright, no, I'm not gonna spoil it. Never mind. As Izuku, say he's like 17, 18, walking to his homework class, staring the teacher down. Damn, she bad. Even though Izuku 18, he like, shit, I can still smash. Well, no, he not thinking this. Wait, let me hold on. Let me start off. This high school is basically like I think it's Wellston or Winston High. Basically, yeah. If y'all know what that is, go watch Ordinary on Webtoon. It's real good. So yeah. So basically, let's say Izuku is the. You know what? I'm gonna make Izuku OP, sexual. Oh, I got this. Okay. Izuku's the bottom of the rank. Let's say that. Okay. He's the bottom of the rank. And no one likes him, so yeah. Yeah. So as one, I can say 2 people like him. This student. 1, his teacher. 3, his neighbor. His neighbor? Yeah, his neighbor. 3, his neighbor. And little does he know that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that shit. That's gonna be spoiling. It's gonna be spoiling. See, look, I did that a lot, so I'm gonna try not to do that no more. But yeah, as Izuku walks into the classroom, he's been glaring, saying, "Why is that?" He's saying, "Why is he still here?" He said, "Hey," he talks to the principal about getting him removed. And some kids say, "Nah." Some kids say, "Damn, I fucking know." Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Some kids say, "No, I need him as a punching bag," as they pop their fists, pop their knuckles, as Izuku says, As he looks down, trying going to his seat, as he says, hey, Izuku, don't worry about it. Or it says, yeah. Say, hey, Izuku, don't worry about it. As he says, thanks, teach. So he was sitting in the back of the class, just thinking about his old school. But thinking about what he did. Yeah. Thinking about what he did. He says, as he's thinking about what he did, he saw, oh shit. He sighs. Yeah. As he lifts his head up, he hears the bells ring. Shit, man. As he looks at the teacher. As he says, wow, I didn't know she had a nice body like that. But she got Izuku lacking. As she turned, not yet. She turned around to see Izuku looking at her. As she looks away slowly. As she says, is anything wrong, Izuku? As she walks up to him, saying, no, nothing's wrong. Yeah. As she says nothing wrong. As Izuku, she says nothing is wrong. She says nothing is wrong, my bad. She says, are you sure? You seem pretty down lately. She says, you know you can tell me anything, right? As she smiles. As she chuckles. As she says, he says, yeah. He says, yeah, I know. As his hair is slicked back. Or, yeah, slicked back like in the anime. Or fucking manga, whatever it is. Yeah, like in the manga. They do need to add a webtoon, on ordinary anime. That shit would be fire. Oh my god. Nigga could whoop Goku. Oh, wait. Never mind, I'm just playing. What do you think about it? He really can. Because if Goku go MUI, he can just copy that. So yeah. Wait that man. He can't be Goku. Because he can just copy Goku MUI and go 10 times stronger, right? Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, that nigga, John is overpowered. But yeah, like I said, he just looks at her as he gets up and walks to the classroom. Almost walking at the classroom. As she grabs his hand, saying, wait, and gives him she says, here. And he says, what is this? As she says, what is this? As she says, it's my address. Why I say that? It's my address. It's my address. I was just hoping you could come by tonight. Your grades are pretty low. I wanted to tutor you. Joking. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Mouth to mouth.
But you gay as hell. My bad. You gay as hell for that shit, man. But yeah, my B. Yeah, but Izuku basically says, he says, alright, sure. As he looks at the, he wasn't known his back without looking at it. Yeah. Time to get my nigga get home, bruised up. He says, yeah, he gets home bruised up. As as she or no, as he wraps a bandage around his little stomach thing, he taped her on his stomach. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway. Izuku basically gets home, bruised up. Well, yeah, I already said that. As he tapes up his leg, his lower leg, looking at, saying, "Oh man, I have to go to sleep." As she remembers what his teacher told him to her. As he jumps up, not being able to sleep, and going to his backpack, grabbing the note, seeing that it's relatively close on his street to be exact. As he says, "That's weird. It's on the same street as me. She's on the same street as me." As he looks at his phone, GPS is the address. As she sees, as Izuku goes to her house, as he sees a man. Yeah, he sees a man saying, "Where's my money?" Yeah, he says, "Where's my money?" And she says, "I don't have it." As she sees his teacher saying, "I don't have it." As he says, "Damn it." He says, "Damn it, you slut. Why don't you have my money yet? I gave you an extra week." As he smacked her, saying, "Then you have to give me something else." And he says, "Your body will do." As he pushes her inside the house. Yeah, it's going good. He pushes her inside the house. Zuko says, "Come here. Let me chill. He basically communally over there as he is screaming from coming inside the house. As he busts that bitch door open. He busts her door open. He busts the front door open as the man turns around to see a nigga with rising hair. Basically like how Goku shit is when he go MUI. How shit just like, you know. Yeah. Yeah. How shit like just rise and shit like that. Yeah. That's how basically how his hair is. As basically she sees his eyes glowing as she says he sees the eyes glowing as she wonders in her mind. I thought he didn't have any power. As he says, "Get out." As the man runs at the house, pulling up his pants. Yeah. As the teacher looks at him. Shit. The teacher looks at him and says, "Izuku, how'd you get here?" As he says, he says, "Well," "Well, actually, no. She says, "How'd you get here?" She says, "It doesn't matter. Are you okay?" She says, "I'm fine." And he says, "I'm fine." Well, she says, "I'm fine." As she or as he says, "Okay," saying, "How long has that been going on?" As he says, "I have been paying him because I was in debt, and he told me that he wouldn't all he wanted was money, but I guess that was a lie too." And she says, "What do you mean that was a lie too?" And she says, she says, well, you see, that was my previous ex, and let's just say that's not the only thing he lied about. As she looks at him, he says, what happened? Being interested and nosy as fuck. As she says, she says, no, I shouldn't be telling you this. She says I shouldn't be telling you this. Walking away to her room, closing the door. As Izuku says, oh, girl, what happened? Now you're more interested. Ooh. Oh, matter of fact, it's the girl in the middle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let me get her. It's the girl in the middle. Or no. Elizabeth. Let's say the one in the middle. I don't know. I haven't got her name yet. So, so it's the one on the right side with the gray hair. Or grayish brown hair. As she says, it's her. She says, wait, no, she says, she says, Izuku. As she says, what is it? As she says, she opens the door saying, and slaps him, saying, as she says, what was that for? As she starts crying. Oh, shit. She starts crying, saying, I thought you didn't have any power. As she says, no, I'm very powerful. It's just I want to hide it. As she says, why? As she says, well, my past is very rough. And I think it's because he says it was my power and my ego. I just got too power hungry and greedy. As she says, he says, I done kill some of my friends. As he says in middle school, as she says, how did you almost kill them? As he says, you're supposed to be tutoring me, not asking questions. As she says, oh yeah. She says, oh yeah. As yeah. She says, oh yeah. And she says, follow me. As she walks into their dining room, or living room. To their living room. And as it's like, them old Japanese tables. Or them style Japanese table. Or it's like a table where you have to get on your knees. Or crisscross applesauce on. That's basically what they at. So yeah, basically that. And yeah. As Izuku sits down, as she says, are you hungry? As he says, no, I'm fine. As she says, would you like anything to drink? As Izuku says, no, I'm good, I'm fine. As he says, no, I'm fine. As she says, oh, okay. As she says, I don't know how to repay him. As she says, Izuku, is there anything I could do to repay you? He says, no, I just did a good deed. That's all. Shit. Smoking too much gas. No, I'm playing. Shit, man. Shit painful. Woo. But yeah, basically Izuku basically say that he doesn't need to be repaid because he just did a good deed. As she looks at him saying, no, there's something you want, right? As she says, maybe an A or something. As Izuku says, no, I told you I'm fine. As she says, I don't need anything. As he looks at her, He looks at her as she she says, well, he looks at her as she says, as she says, she says, okay, whatever you say. As, as let's say that, as he says, no, he says, no, let's get started on Twitter. And she says, yeah. As she looks at him, she keeps looking at him. As he looks up at her, saying, what's this? As she says, well, the grades have been very bad. Well, not bad, just lower than usual. As he says, could you tell me my last grade on my test? As she says, it was less than a 60. As she says, oh wow. As he says, what was my grade when I first started the school year? As shit. As she says it was above average. Or she says it was above masters. You got a 100. That's very good. Sorry if anything in the background. Sorry. As he says, oh wow, that was a big decrease. As she says, hey Izuku. She says, hey Izuku, what's wrong with your hands? As she looks at his hands to see that they're bruised. As he says, oh nothing. I just fell. As she chuckles saying, I didn't know a fall could do all that. As Izuku says, there was some guys, and they were bullying me and stuff like that. As she says, why didn't you fight back? As he says, you're supposed to be tutoring me, not answering questions. As she says, oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, she says, oh. As she says, Izuku says, no, you're just curious, that's all. As he sighs, looking at her. He sighs, looking at her. Time skip, about an hour go by. As, I thought freezing. Y'all thought some freak was gonna go on, didn't y'all? I bet y'all did. But yeah. Basically, yeah, Izuku basically goes to, he says, man, I'm pretty thirsty. Do you have anything to drink? As she says, yeah. And she said, dude, I'm gonna keep choking, bro. This shit fucking annoying. Who? Anyways, Izuku basically says, he basically goes to his, he says, she said, what would you like, some water, orange juice, or tea? He says, could I have some orange juice, please? She says, okay. And, he gives her the orange juice. Or, yeah, she gives him the orange juice. Saying, damn, I choked again. Damn, I'm always choking, bro. No gay shit. Don't take that gay. I'm dead ass. Like, do not take the gay. Cause I mean, eat chips at the same time. And they burn it in my fucking throat. That shit hurt. But yeah. Izuku basically goes into, the, or not, he doesn't go into anything. He says thank you very much as he starts drinking it. As he drinks it all. And like he drinks it all. And she says, oh wow, you must have been thirsty. And she says, yeah, thanks. Yeah, she says, yeah, thanks. He says, yeah, thanks. He says, no problem. She says, no problem. She says, hey, I just noticed something. He says, he looks at her, he says, oh wow. He says, oh wow, I'm surprised you don't have a husband. You're very beautiful. As she starts blushing. She starts blushing. Looking at, she starts blushing looking at Izuku. She says, yeah, it's just everyone who, she says everyone just didn't satisfy me enough. And they just were too money hungry. As she says, what do you mean? As she says, well, secretly, I'm very, very rich. And I just don't choose to tell people. As she says, so why do you work as a teacher? She says, well, to hide it, of course. As she says, why are you hiding it? He says, well, I just want to find the right person who doesn't want to, like money and just love me because of my money and body. As he says, oh wow. As she looks at the time saying, oh, it's getting very late. I should go. As Izuku says, or she says, it's pretty dark outside. Oh, shit. He says, it's pretty dark outside. You can stay here if you want. As he says, thanks, but he says, well, she says, but I don't have any sleeping clothes. As she says, I'll give you one of my robes. As Izuku says, alright, thanks. As he says, sorry if it's a little too big on you. As she says, no, it's fine. Time skip, Izuku get in the shower. He come out, or no, as he's in the shower. Basically, I don't know Japan. Basically, yeah, like sit on a stool, basically. And basically, yeah. Like, basically to wash yourself. Well, you don't have to, but that's what I seen, so y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so basically, Izuku sitting on a stool as he starts cleaning himself. As he feels something pressing up against his back.
No.
As he says, as he turns around to see what was her name? Elizabeth. To see Elizabeth basically pressing her titties up against him. As she says, just take my body, please. As she says, just take my body, take it. As she says, I couldn't give you anything else. If it wasn't for you, that man would have as he says, what are you doing? Get off him. But we know Izuku, he got a little demon, a freak demon inside of him. So, but guess what? That freak demon not active yet. It's finna be though. So, hey, don't worry. He says, shit, man, I'm sick in the bitch. Oh shit. But yeah, as Izuku, oh shit. As Izuku says, he basically goes, or no, she's good anyway. He says, are you sure? As she says, yes. I want you to take my body, take it, it's all yours. As he says, oh, okay. Now, that's when that freak demon come. This is when that freak demon activate. as Izuku, yeah, he says, wow, as she starts groping her titties, as he's basically squeezing her nipples and shit like that. As she says, yes. As little does she know that nigga man. No, I'm playing. I'll beat a nigga ass. That shit was happening. But yeah, basically he started groping her as she basically sits on him saying, do more than just grope me. I want you inside of me. As he says, say less. As you know, that is a good cliffhanger. So y'all know what I'm about. Yeah, y'all know what I'm about. And that is a very, very good cliffhanger. A really good cliffhanger. Like, woo! I could cliffhanger right now. So should I? That's the question. Damn. Oh, where's this bitch ass shit? Where are they? Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here. I ended it when she says, I'm ending it off where she says, I want you inside of me. As, yeah.